Hi guys, it's Talking coming at you with another episode of Geometry Dash. Last time, we finally beat Cycles, so now it is on to this level, which is called xStep, and I love it so much. I think it's just the coolest level. Now, that doesn't mean we're doing well. Well, you know, I forgot we weren't supposed to do that. I've done some other things since I was last playing this, but we'll be fine. And here, there's just a little rocket ship portion, which we'll do better than that or not. You know, as time goes, we're just warming up a little bit. We're just shaking off the dust before we rise up. You know, to reasonable percentage improvements. Oh no. Hello there, true one. Oh no. I know I'm not supposed to do that, and yet. Too much. Should I try to use the mouse? How'd you do it so early? I don't know. You know, just lucky, I guess. I only had it scheduled for like 1 minute, and no, I had it scheduled for 2 minutes. I was scheduled to start it in 1 minute, and then I started at 1 minute late because I literally can never do anything that I'm supposed to do. I just show up to work. That's all I ever do. But like, I can't even keep an appointment for myself that I set 1 minute in the future. Alright, and then here, yeah, I think the mouse is much easier control for the rocket ship. It's probably much easier control for everything. I just need to try to use it. It doesn't make my hand feel awesome, but you know, oh no, I'm supposed to buffer there. That coin doesn't seem like it'll be too tricky to get. You know, you'll have to be able to beat the level after it. Terrible. I tried to play with the up arrow. I felt like it was very loud and it didn't work. I honestly just need to get another keyboard so that I can play on it for streaming because it embarrasses me how loud it is. Oh, come on. Well, I was getting right through that section all the time earlier. I was also using the controller. I should probably go back to doing that. You know, why mess with what's working? A new user, you say it's been a few days and I beat Jumper Cycles. Yep, we cracked right on through Jumper and then right through Time Machine and Cycles. I mean, it took a couple days to get through them, but doing good. And we made like super good process on this level on xStep. You know, I can't prove it right there, but super good progress. Because we beat Cycles this morning, and then in just like I think less than an hour of attempts, we already got this level to 65% for our best, so pretty terrible. you know, if you ignore that death. If you ignore a lot of deaths, I look like a slightly better player than I am. But you have to ignore, like, almost 100% of them. More than 99% of them. But sometimes, oh, sometimes, it all works out. And then a loop here, and then we just gotta go above for the first one because that's easier, and then above for the second one. And we just slide on through here. I die here sometimes, so I don't think it's super tricky. You know, you just gotta try to maintain, jump, skip, buffer, jump. That one's fake, that one's not. Here you gotta hit it right at the top. Alright, now this is as far as we've ever been, and I die. So you gotta skip the first one of those blue ones, and then jump over the other one to revert, I guess. But anyway, I think that section's very cool. Although I died at it, but that whole bit after the rocket ship I think is a very, very cool section. The fakes are an interesting thing. Over the top, under. Oh no, too much, too much, too much. You said you remember Time Machine giving you a lot of trouble when you were younger. The cube section was a bad one. Yep. Well, we'll see how it works out. Yeah, Time Machine. I mean, I won't say it gave me. It did not give me fits. It sure did. It was rough, but you know, we ultimately conquered it. I did die at 97% at one point, I think. Maybe it was 96 a couple of times, but you know, we ended up pulling through. It was just so close. I did that on, I can't believe I died there. I did that on cycles also. There was one single jump left to make, and I failed it, but I ultimately said what I was going to do and went to bed sort of when I was supposed to. And then I woke up this morning and beat it. Well, eventually. Oh, why did... Oh, that's terrible. How could I... Oh, I was focusing too much on what my timing was about to be. And I forgot to not run into a spike. And I know you may be thinking, wouldn't that be high on your list of things to remember? Look, you got a lot to learn about me. If you think I'm not going to do that a lot, no. Oh, literally the worst. I don't know if I've ever died there. That was just slightly too early to switch while we were crawling on. I am terrible. At least the color scheme is nice while I die to incredibly easily avoidable obstacles. Of all the main level color schemes, this is the one that I find the most pleasant. I did it again. And by it, I mean crashed into a wall. After I specifically asked myself to stop doing that. Okay. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. And then we'll just get through this very simple part. This incredibly simple part that I still die in sometimes, but you know, we're doing okay. We're doing all right. And now we get to this part. Jump, skip, buffer, jump. No! I needed to do that earlier. Hey, Liam, what's up? I am failing at predictable intervals. That one jump, it's trickier than most jumps are in this game. You gotta, oh, that's, anyway, that orb, it's like you gotta really time where you're jumping onto it and how quickly you're hitting it. Maybe I can just buffer it and it needs to be like the first instant and I'm just not appreciating it, but maybe the timing will work out. Somehow not bonking my head there. I never know when it'll happen, but I'm always happy if I get away with it. There we go, through the tunnel again. That's a promising beginning. Skip, buffer, jump. Oh no, okay. I did not know what was going on there. I thought we were going further into the tunnel and I just dropped all the way down. Very surprising. Well, I don't know how well I could have reacted there. Probably would have needed to know what was going on. I was looking on a whole different sort of vertical axis there. But hey, you know, new personal best. I have flown off into space, new personal height. And that's always good. You never want to stay at one percentage too long. There we go. Very nice, though I say so myself, I still say it. Here, and then very, very calmly prepare for the drop. Okay, not like that. So we're gonna need to drop onto the blue one there and not skip it, and then we'll like jump off the roof to hit to the next level. It looks like very, very hard to sight read there. Very interesting stuff. But super high, well, for me, super high consistency getting there, so. Really, I mean, like, none of this first 50% is hard, right? I'll still die on it. I'll die on it for the rest of my life. But it's not hard, you know, you just got to execute a couple simple concepts. It's not that timing dependent. No triple spikes to worry about. You know, there's jump here, skip. Oh, I forgot to jump down. Saying that part is evil, the rest of the level is pretty. Yeah. You know, I'm sure once you learn it, I ran into the ground. But you know, once you learn it, I'm sure that it's like, okay, we'll fall, it'll, you know, be a little bit of a drop, but man, is it jarring when you know you're not expecting it, because why would you, you know, this might be the terrible. This might be the first, you know, mainline level where you sort of fall through the floor like that, you know. You get reversals and that sort of thing, but that's, you know, another great thing about the design of these, you know, main levels is how it introduces you into new concepts that I'm sure I'm likely to see in other maps. No, terrible. Because, yeah, you just coast on right through here. So easy I could eventually do it. Thought I was going to scrape the bottom of my rocket ship there, but okay, we scraped the top of our square there. Awesome, didn't learn a thing. I don't think the cube section's hard specifically. I just I think it's hard to figure out what is happening the first couple of times you see it. I think it'll actually be pretty easy to remember once I get some reps on it. Ah, that didn't prove it. Me running into that obstacle that I've passed, 50 times already certainly doesn't prove that I believe that, but how could I prove it? These are questions. I should probably start using practice mode. If I say it, you don't have to. Because we can definitely get to that weird box section. I mean, not every time, very clearly not every time, but so frequently. Again, not proving it there, but that doesn't often happen, Don't judge my proficiency with dying at 60% by that alone. Okay, I forgot to jump there. That's not also doing a really good job of it. You know what? I forget I said anything. I'm bad, and that's what we're sticking to. 0 proficiency with this early section is professed. Oh no. Well, that was I don't need to back myself up that much. I feel like everybody believed me before I laid it on so thick with that. I did not do that on purpose. It would have been funnier if I did, or maybe not. No. I felt my thumb go too far down on the controller, and I knew before I died that I was gonna die. And of course, everybody knows before they die that they're gonna die, because, well, that's how time works, unless it isn't, in which case I'm wrong about a lot of things. And I would like to go back in time and not crash. But I don't think I can. I think you have to move forward in Geometry Dash. Unless you go into a portal that moves you backward, and then you have to move backward until you go to another portal, and then you have to move forward. Anyway, I guess I shouldn't say you always have to do a thing. You sort of have options. Pretty bad. I thought my earlier hold would have gotten me higher up. So I went to try to stabilize, and well, as you see from the explosion in the past, no! I'm supposed to hold it down there. I'm supposed to hold the jump button down, and I periodically forget, like right there in the explosion of my death. But very, very good consistency, sure. Me. Okay. So all we do have to do is get a little bit further, and then we can die a little bit further, and that is the goal. I treated that one like a fake one, but it isn't one. I will go into my grave thinking that putting sound effects in songs is a bad idea. Not like what's going on here, that whatever, you know, but stuff like modem sounds and telephones ringing. I guess on a case-by-case basis it could be fine, but anyway, in general, I find them unpleasant. That song would have been better without a modem screech at the end. It just would have been. I just wish if I could go back in time, first I would not have crashed that rocket ship, and then second, maybe something else, like whenever they stopped having fudge rounds of the good standard size, like when I was a kid, and made them slightly smaller, you know, maybe stop that, and then after that, get that modem sound out of that song just to make it slightly better. This is how I would change the world. Because if you do too much, then they make like a whole movie about it. But if you just like fix a couple of things, I crashed again. I just feel like if I can not do what I almost did there, it'll be fine. Like, this section's easy enough. This section's simple. Once you know what to do there, you'll only die occasionally. Even this isn't so bad, as I demonstrated by somehow not dying. And I bet this isn't too tricky. I did it again. Anyway, like I was saying, I bet it's easy. No, I just don't know how to use practice mode. Every time I try, it goes badly. I didn't practice on any of the earlier levels, but somebody made me a level to practice the middle part of cycles on, because I don't know how to use practice mode, and every time I try, something goes wrong. Every time I try, it's been like 3 times. But look, I'm the type of guy who normally gives up the very first time something happens. Normally, I don't show the slightest bit of resilience at all. To me, failing a level 1,000 times is not like is not the same as not giving up. But playing a game mode that frustrates me for 1 instant is the thing that I can give up. I don't have any resilience against being annoyed. Whenever I die in Geometry Dash like that, it's just my fault. But whenever I mess up in practice mode and can't figure it out, even though it's probably very simple, it frustrates me and it makes me want to stop playing. So I figured it'll be fine. We'll just rocket ship through the air here, very, very calmly. Very nice. Oh, I forgot to jump. Yeah, I'm reading chat. I'm never going to read like every single thing out loud. That would be exhausting. And also, I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but like, I can't play very much if I pause to read out loud every single thing. But yeah, I scan over it and I see what y'all are saying. And I agree that practice mode is important. People tell me that all the time. I'm not trying to be like, you're telling me what I already know. Uh, but yeah. I died again. Are you from real life? What's the food emoji? I guess I'll die. I don't use emojis. Before I realized there was a setting in Discord to stop like the auto population of emoticons into emojis, I would get so mad. Cause like a nice less than 3 for a like a typographical, symbol, like an emote icon is nice. Like who doesn't like a good old less than 3? Or like, colon uppercase P for like a playful I'm just joking sort of thing. But there's all this subtext whenever the pictures get into it, and suddenly things like winking mean other things than they used to mean all the time as soon as they're in a picture. And there's all this like stuff that I have to Google for what the foods mean. Anyway, I don't like pictures. Other people have always understood them better than I do. I mean, like art's fine and all, but you know those things in like Highlights magazine where they would have a bunch of words interspersed with random pictures and you were supposed to figure out like how to read that? Those always hurt my head and they made me so mad. I usually, if somebody has like emojis in a text message that I see, I just ignore the whole message. Not like to my phone. I don't get text messages on my phone. If I do, emojis show up as little black squares because I use a flip phone, right? So I can't actually see. I just have to figure out what I think this person was trying to say because all I get are several black squares. I think usually they're doing the laughing, crying, happy face that they do whenever you're being funny, but I never ask because I don't want to know. But I am interested to see what you guys think is the best emoji. Not like I will ever send it about anything. I'm an old man. Don't die. No, I died again. But yeah, every smiley face made out of punctuation marks is dramatically superior to the other ones. All the pictures made out of typographical symbols are fine. I don't dislike those at all, and I do them a lot. And I very much resent the idea that I would understand a smiley face better if it was a picture of one and not two elegant symbols that have been used for quite some time to get it. But if you want a fun question, what's the best alt code? It's alt 789 for what's like the legal section code that looks like, a couple intertwined S's. It's the coolest character that's not on the keyboard. Everybody knows that's the coolest one, though. It's sort of a cop-out. All right, jumping over it. I forgot. Yep. See, I saw your picture and it said I have an Android, and then I saw a picture I didn't recognize, and I just immediately ignored it. I saw that it was a picture, and that is how I treat emojis, which is why I find, like, sometimes I watch a lot of real-time strategy commentaries, so I'll watch like a replay of somebody's Twitch stream or whatever, and I don't watch Twitch, but they'll have, you know, their YouTube will have an overlay of their Twitch chat, and it's just all of these incomprehensible pictures going by so quickly, and all I do is thank myself so much for being in an environment where there aren't that many pictures that get spammed at me. Sometimes there's a guy in a hat. Anyway, I don't understand Twitch emojis, and I never, ever, ever want to. I'm not trying to dog on other people's culture or whatnot. I just think it's lame. I think Twitch sucks. I've never watched like streams though, so I'm not one to know what's cool and what's not. But every time I think of looking at a Twitch chat that I see a recording of, I just think, why is this the world? But of course I don't stream on Twitch, so it makes sense that I wouldn't like it. In YouTube, people talk with words. It's great. I died again. I forgot to jump. Terrible. Clixic, thanks for your belief, but I think we'll die there for a long time. Ah, well. Yes, eventually I could do a level request stream. Perhaps eventually. Sometimes I sprinkle in some customs, like I've done mini level requests. I need to figure some stuff out though. A viewer requested level earlier today shook me up and made me think that I needed to figure out how safe it was to do requests. Because the level said, like, it had the words "you got trolled" in the background, and I was like, oh man, people could write anything there. Maybe I really don't need to be streaming level requests. But I figure if they're like suitably big levels, then that wouldn't happen. I don't know what kind of verification process exists in Geometry Dash to make sure that sketchy stuff doesn't end up there, and I definitely don't want to be the victim of that sort of, you know, mean-spirited prank. It sounds like exactly the sort of thing people do on the internet, so them just saying you got trolled, you know, made me feel much more careful about everything else I was doing. Like, maybe they were trying to wake me up. There's not really a verification process, yeah. Probably just need to be careful about doing stuff that's brand new. Which, you know, I do like to, you know, encourage people that are making stuff, but probably just be like, not do any requests that don't have a certain, you know, reasonable amount of people that have already played it or whatever. That maybe that'll be a good thing. I wonder if there's some sort of like best practices. I should go to the subreddit. I should use Google and ignore the top 12 results, and then eventually maybe find something decent. That's an unfair shot. Sometimes the first response is good if you want to buy it. Oh no, I did it again. You say it's relatively rare in the community, but that's good. I'm old, so I sort of get flashbacks to earlier eras of the internet where people were just awful. And I know that, you know, it hasn't gotten much better. But I don't usually, you know, play games with custom content live without being able to see, you know, like what's going on. I know that my friend isn't going to, you know, tell me to play Celeste if it's got, you know, sketchy material in it that I wouldn't want to be broadcasting, but chat could be anybody. If I'm looking for a first demon, ship by Serptop. Lots of ship, just a little practice. Well, I don't think I'm ready for demons yet. Every demon I've ever been recommended has been just incomprehensibly crazy. Just like, I can't even conceive of what's going on. But it may also be that people have always been sending me the hardest ones to be funny. Who can fathom the mind of another, right? I died. You say that demon would be torture? Yeah, I'm pretty bad at ship portions anyway. I mean, I'm pretty bad at everything. Okay, 74. Okay, so there you got some weird little razor blade things, and that's what happens there. Hi, Auroras. Thank you for the compliment. You know, I'm trying. That's a new personal best there, 74%. Moving on up. I got a little too excited. I stopped noticing what was going on. The vertical shifts are, you know, the vertical shifts are rough. Mainly just because you know, when I don't know what plane I'm looking to start interacting again, now that I know where it's at, it'll be a lot easier the next time we get there, which will be this time, mayhaps. Oh man, I forgot. That's right. I'll need to jump there. Said you remember asking cousins to beat these levels for you when younger. That's awesome. I have fond memories of being asked to beat levels for people I knew in GoldenEye 64 in certain time limits. In GoldenEye 64, you could like unlock cheats by beating each level had one cheat, and you had to beat it on like one of the 3 difficulties, but only one of them in a certain time limit. And that's how you unlocked it. And I thought I was awesome at GoldenEye. I was just pretty good. I'm familiar with the modern speedrunning scene, and I do run it actually to this day. Not well, but I'm certainly not a good. I died again. I'm certainly not a good GoldenEye player, but I'm dramatically better than I was when I was a kid. I was pretty good for a child, but you know, I didn't know anything back then. But GoldenEye speedrunning actually is like, oh, it's the gateway to a lot of the games that I currently play, entertainingly enough, because there's a famous GoldenEye speedrunner called Jobst, who has a YouTube channel where he covers various like cheating scandals and stuff. But they tend to be in like, oh no, I hit the thing, in like really big games. So I'm like, oh, then somebody recommends me Celeste or General Trust. I'm like, oh, that's right, I saw a video about that one time, and I don't, like remember anything about it, but it's pretty funny. I don't like really closely follow really any speedrunning games. Not really closely, but like everybody else, I love summoning salt videos, and I love just sitting down for a while and learning so many things about the best of the best at some game I've never heard of, and just having to put it in a context. I really like that stuff. But yeah, GoldenEye was great. You wouldn't make it today because the controls are terrible and the frame rate's atrocious and the slowdown is weird and you got to do all this terrible stuff, but it'll always hold a place in my heart. I remember when my family got it. Oh man, I just thought it was the greatest game in the world. Oh, I jumped too early. I knew that I had to jump there, but that was almost like a buffered one. Needed a little bit of a slide. And I'll read chat after I die this time. So if I look away, I'll die right now. Okay, I'll die right now. You say when I beat xStep, I'm excited for Clutterfunk. People speak confidently, or like, confidently that I will like it. People say that Clutterfunk's a good level. It was the first demon, but then they downgraded it to insane, right? Or to the intense angry face. So mad they're purple face. Oh no, terrible. No, like, I don't have my old GoldenEye times written down. I don't have my old cartridge or anything. But I have got, like, an idea of what some of them were, and, like, I know that, like, my modern times are dramatically faster, just, like, 20 seconds faster on a 1 minute and 10 second level type of thing. Hey, Natasha. But it's always interesting to go back to things that we used to be good at and seeing if we're better or worse at them, because sometimes, with your modern, advances in mindset and, skill, you get it. But sometimes when you're really good at something, your skills degrade over time. So it's almost like you only get better from being away from it if you weren't very good. No, I just didn't. I started speedrunning GoldenEye after I already knew what was possible in GoldenEye. If I had had access to that whenever I was a kid, beyond just, like people's shared times on an internet forum, then, terrible. Then I definitely would have been able to do better. I'm sure most speedrunning games with any kind of active community have, like, a very, very active you know, discussion sort of thing about, you know, the best way to do stuff and competition, all that, and GoldenEye's no different, but I wish I was better at it, but in an insincere way where I'm not willing to spend the time. But I can't play too much of it. The controller's weird. The grip I have to use hurts my hands. Big ol' N64 nonsense. Almost died there. Forgot to buffer. Okay. Fake. Jump, jump. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Tunnel. Skip. Jump that one. Jump here. Okay. So he died at 96. Click, that's rough, man. We didn't even get one more percentage there. That's the heartbreaking thing. We could have had the little blue orbs. It would have all been worth it. Okay. There, and it'll bounce. Okay, I got it. Or, I mean, I don't got it. But, hey, new personal best. And the experience orbs keep rolling in. I assume that's what they're called. I don't actually know. I've been told you buy things with them, but I can't think of anything in Geometry Dash I would want to buy. I already like who I am. Oh no, I crashed. I crashed again. Now that's not really a crash indicative of a guy who just got a new personal best. Terrible. Ah, I knew it. I knew it was like one more button press, the vertical little drift there. It's like, oh, well, I should have known that would kill me. It was very clearly a place that would kill me if I didn't jump. Hey, there we go. We made it. By doing the very clear thing to do. Very obvious proper action is obvious. Almost died there to accentuate what a silly performance I was doing, but that's alright. Pulling through. Ah, I crashed. But speaking of speedrunning, I'm giving a thought to starting speedrunning Celeste. At the very least, like some individual levels. I've been cracking at the first level, just like maybe like 10 or 12 total attempts, but it's so much fun. And the soundtrack to the game is amazing. In the span of 2 days, I got my time on the first level down from, just under 5 minutes to just under 2.5 minutes at 2:23. The world record's 52 seconds. I haven't watched it, but I bet if I did, I wouldn't even understand it. Or rather, no, I saw clips of it. Unless they were GIFs, I don't know. I don't remember any of it. Hey, Layla. How's it going? We beat cycles. We're like a real pro now. Oh no, I crashed into the thing. Oh no. I need to turn off my space heater. This is important information that I needed to share. It's finally warm enough in this room. Either that or I'm sweating. For other reasons. I'm piled up. I got a blanket over my legs like an old woman at a restaurant or theater. It's chilly down here. I got like a blanket underneath my feet in addition to the old lady blanket on my legs. It's no wonder I'm sweating. Anything to avoid turning on the heat, right, guys? It would be really funny if I ever got good at this game. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it would be funny. I don't think I have it in me. I'm sure at even like the low medium levels, because I'm still just like so bad. I'm sure at like even the low medium levels of the game, it requires a precision beyond what I'm willing to work for. I just need to set my talents on making the great train robbery level that I was theorizing earlier today. Oh no, I crashed. Yeah, the PC would make it hot. Whenever I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2 earlier today, it was a toasty room. So I think my computer's power supply is about as big as the space heater's power supply. No, the power supply, that's not the right way to talk about the space heater. The wattage that it pushes through to the ceramic, I think is 1.5K. I crashed. Do I know who Vortrox is? I do not. Yeah, I picked up Red Dead on Sunday. Probably played like 11 or 12 hours. It's been pretty sweet. I got really annoyed with the quests, but then I sort of got over it. Especially when I realized you could just skip them after you failed a few times. I got hit by a train a lot. Best thing I ever did for those girls is when I got hit by that train. But yeah, I've been running around and, you know, doing fancy gun-related criminal stuff. No! This microphone is a Cloud HyperX 2. I got it probably 6 years ago. I want to get a better one, but I am intimidated by choices, and every time I look to buy one, I just look at all the choices until I give up without buying anything, which is my general experience purchasing stuff. Because I don't want to make the wrong choice, right? But also, crucially, I hate advertising, so they can't even fool me into wanting to buy their thing because I've never seen any of them advertising for any of their things. And that makes them all equal, and then I don't buy any of them. Oh, I needed to jump there. How am I liking the story so far? Really engaging. You know, it's nice how most of the criminal gang are unpleasant in at least one way. So, you know, you don't want them to be too shiny and glitzy. But yeah, no, it's oh no, I crashed. I kind of wanted more freedom in the quest to let things go different ways than the game wanted them to go, but once I accepted it wasn't that kind of game, it wasn't so grinding on me. I still let that guy get hit by a train like 4 times though, and then when the game was like, you can just skip this. So I was like, oh, thank God. Oh, why? How could I not jump there? That's terrible. That's terrible. You say the tone on the microphone's good? That's good to know. But after I play Red Dead, I think I'm going to play Baldur's Gate for the stream. I think that could be a lot of fun. Because I just straight love that game. And that would be fun to do. And they even have a fun little checkbox to keep the inappropriate stuff out. Alright. What? Ah, well, that's bad. Ooh. So you got the legendary horse, took you 5 in-game hours to find. Oh, that's awesome. Well, at least you got it right. Will this be the run? It won't. Oh no, I crashed. Terrible. Yeah, cool. I would be happy to see you in one. I'm trying not, in a game like that, you don't want to play it unless you can play for, at least, like a 2-hour chunk. I feel like, you could spend the first 30 minutes just stretching your legs and, shooting a deer, making coffee, that kind of thing, petting your horse. But definitely Sunday night, and then probably Monday morning I'll do another Red Dead stream. It's unlikely that I'll do any tomorrow or the next day, just because, 10 hours of work. You say I'm doing well? Well, thank you. I've been playing a lot of it. Ah, terrible. It's like, what time is it? Oh, it's 11:50. Say the background music makes it more relaxing. Yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff from the YouTube audio library. I mainly just got what's labeled as ambient, like a bunch of ambient, but not all of it, and then like a lot of what's labeled as dance and electronica in the YouTube audio library. And it's still like my curation of it should be better. I want to go in at some point and like make, you know, more upbeat playlists that don't have as much, you know, the sound of waves type of stuff sometimes. But yeah, it's very cool that YouTube has this resource for everybody. Not that there aren't good times for sounds of waves, but it's not quite, you know, upbeat enough for hours in a row of Geometry Dash. You know, you need a little bit of pump. I've remarked on this before, but it is pretty funny to me how much I like electronica music now, because like it was not a thing that I listened to growing up, or even just like as much as like 10 years ago. Although I listened to some bands that now I'm like, oh yeah, they were like very electronic, but at the time I was like, yeah, whatever, Radiohead doesn't count. And of course they had like, you know, the guitar period as well as the electronic period, but what? Okay, I don't, that's not working. Said Radio is your favorite band of all time? Awesome. Yeah, I love them. What's your favorite record of theirs? Like everybody else, I'm a big proponent of OK Computer, but I love the Bends just so much. And then like Kid A was wonderful as well. You know, I celebrate their whole catalog. All right. Okay, nope. Yeah, you're basically the same place I am there on then, Toby. Yeah, there's so much to like in what I would think of there, you know, like how you have like the golden age of Pink Floyd. I think of that as like the golden age of Radiohead, which I mean went on for what, 5 records? But I think, you know, like OK Computer and Kid A are, I think, pound for pound better than the Bends, but there's a few songs on the Bends like Street Spirit and like Fake Plastic Trees that just like, man, they mess me up so much, and I love them just like a whole lot. Ah, I crashed again. Bye, Layla. You have a good night too. Back to chemistry. Have fun. Oxidation, reduction, electron valence. I'm being mean now. Titration. Good night. And we'll just zoom right in here. Easy peasy. Alright, that's one further than we'd done. So that's definitely what you gotta do. I don't know how we're gonna ever time that. But I don't know how we're ever gonna time that. But all we need is to get there again, and then, you know, we might be able to get one more percentage point before we fall. And that'll be very, very fulfilling. Nope. Oh yeah, this one. And by that I mean this song. This song's fun. I ran into a thing. You said my stream's on your TV now? Well, thank you. But it won't be going on for too much longer now. I'm getting close to my bedtime. Okay. I should definitely be getting to my bedtime if I'm going to be taking a jump like that. No, I'm only playing. Y'all know how it is. You can be in sort of a groove and then you die and you just like bash into a really early obstacle a few times. Not because you're annoyed, but you know, you're not back into the swing. Right here, jump, 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 down, down. Why? No, no, no. Say, you're my sister, you gotta wake up in a few hours. Tomorrow's Friday, yeah. Well, see, for me, I'm a cook, so my weekend starts on Wednesday, and Friday's the beginning of my week. Said they changed the physics in 2.2. That must have outraged people. Did they have their little spike-shaped pitchforks? We're gonna do fine now. We are gonna do just fine. No! Hey, 86%, not too bad, right? Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I didn't even know what was going on there. I was just faking it. It worked. I mean, not well. You see, I died at the end, but hey, it worked a little bit. But it really is my bedtime now. So one more outburst like that, and I'm 100% gonna have to turn this off right away. But let's just get a few more attempts in, maybe? Maybe just one more that'll be victorious. We can keep in with the trend of me getting like pretty far in a Geometry Dash level and then waking up in the morning and eventually beating it. Nope. Yeah, Toby, you know, if I don't... I'll try one more time and then I'll run there and we'll do like a few minutes of practice there and then see if we can bash an attempt out to finish out the stream. I appreciate it. I meant to... You know how if you're in the earlier stream, I was like, I'm gonna figure out how the practice mode thing does, you know, while I'm not streaming. I didn't. I just messed around and watched videos on the internet. Most of them I didn't even care about. Before I knew it, I was watching this guy, like, ride in a monorail up, like, a steep cliffside. I was watching a guy design a bike that had rotational wheels that like went 360 degrees. It was just the dumbest stuff. I am ruining my YouTube feed. Anyway, all that's to say I didn't do what I said I was going to do with the practice mode thing. All right. Come on now. No! All right. We'll just do the practice thing. That'll get us some reps in. I appreciate you putting it together for me. That's not how to do it. Ah, right here, yes. Say, will I do a 1K special when I get to it? I don't know. I have a bunch of jokes that I had in my Minecraft channel about doing one whenever, you know, I got to 1 billion. When I do 1 million, I'm going to tell people the story of why I hate sheep. So if anybody that knows me in real life who knows the story knows that you have to keep it quiet till I get to 1 million. No, I hadn't thought about it much. I'm sure I'll, like, not notice it and then later say that it's a 1 million special. No, 1,000 special or whatever. I say a variation of this a lot, but like I think everyone who makes videos on the internet daydreams about, you know, a lot of people watching them. I never really thought I would have 1,000 people watching me, so I never thought about what I would do if it happened. Alright, so here we bounce off of the top of these, which probably was clear. Okay. Alright, I gotta pay attention. Nope, not like that. Man, I'm tired. Okay, so there you want to not jump. That's a little fake out thing. And there you do want to jump, because if you don't, you die. I'm not learning that now. I'm just saying it out loud in case anybody thinks I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do that. Oh, and then I would crash right there, so that would have been funny. I mean, what does a person even do for a special? Something special? Because, like, all I ever do is the same thing I always do. What would that even look like? I would edit a video. I would learn how to do practice mode. Alright, so that's all there is to it. Got it. Of course, now all I have to do is be able to do it. Alright, we're just gonna try it. Appreciate you making that up for me. Alright, let's see if we can just put one into the bank to finish out the day. This is gonna be the last run, unless I crash before I get my thoughts out. Alright, this is gonna be the last run. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed. Appreciate all the positive attitudes, all of the information. Appreciate y'all not giving up on me just because I can't figure out how practice mode works. Oh no. Alright, we're gonna do one more. Just one more. Okay, one more. You say buffering my click works on orbs. I've never been able to do it on them. Can only do it if it's a pillar that I have to hit at a specific moment. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. Been a good day. We beat cycles, tons of progress here on xStep, and who knows? Maybe this will be the one that cracks it. But I'm coming on to the beginning of my work week, so I'll be streaming, you know, slightly less through the weekend, or rather, a lot less. But still, probably a stream or two a day. Oh no, I died, but I've got to go to bed. So, I will see you guys later. Thank you so much. Have a good night, unless it's day there, in which case, have a good day. If you're watching this from the future, I hope the weather is nice there. Good night, Natasha. Good night, Toby and Clixic. Good night, Quinn. Good night, Unnamed. Good night, Auroras. Good night, everyone. Appreciate y'all. You have a good one, and perhaps I will see you tomorrow or some other day.